right through it. Hi everybody, welcome to Hatha Yoga with Mary. I'm Connie, obviously not Mary. It's an honor to have Mary's class and be here with you today. So I hope you've made your way to your mat already. Find a comfortable lying down position if you haven't already, and just let your body settle in to your mat. Use any props that you need or desire to support you. Maybe something rolled up under your neck. Your blanket can be rolled up under your knees. You can be covered up. Just find that spot, that sweet spot. Yeah. And just notice the quality of your energy that you brought to your mat today. We all have this energy field around our body, and it was interesting in my Thursday class, my chair class the other day. I did a quick check-in just to see how everybody's energy was, and as was probably predicted, there was a variety. I asked for one word, and there was a variety of different energetic things going on in the room. You know, some people had rushed to get to class and were still a little frenzied, and some were just feeling wonderful. I mean, there was everything, and that is Hatha Yoga, right? It's that union of opposites, hot and cool. Yeah, so that's what we do. We work to generate a peaceful, happy, healthy energy field. And I don't know if you've noticed before and after class, the before and afters can sometimes be profound. So perhaps as you are settling in, you might want to set a little intention for yourself, for your practice. Maybe it is to create that energy field that you can take out into the world and, you know, make it a little bit more pleasant. So just as you're settling in, maybe your eyes are already closed. Just kind of notice the sounds in your space. Notice the temperature of the air. Perhaps you sense the clothes against your skin. Maybe you're feeling really in tune and you feel your own energy field. Notice what it feels like to be you in this space, in this moment. And then begin to notice your breath. Noticing the breath, just softening the belly. Feeling the breath come in through the nostrils and filling up nooks and crannies in the belly, the ribs, the lungs. And then just exhale slowly, releasing where you can. Sensing the difference in the energy from an inhale to an exhale. Begin again, nice, long, deep inhalation. Maybe creating an intention here to receive that air. Healthy, vibrant, fresh oxygen. And then as you exhale, see if you can release, imagine yourself maybe releasing from your energy field anything that is no longer serving you. Take a few more breaths here. Finding your own rhythm, just a little bit slower than normal, a little bit fuller. If it helps to count, to lengthen your breath, feel free. Excellent. Let's take one more full breath together and reach the arms up and overhead. Just check in with the shoulders. Maybe point your toes, maybe a little gentle arch in the back. And then as you're ready, hug the knees into the chest, but make it super gentle, just super gentle. Take a nice big breath in, and with your hands somewhere on your legs in the front of the knees or on the thighs, just gently press your legs away. Maybe the toes touch the floor. Good. And as you exhale, hug the knees back into the chest. Super gentle, super slow. Just checking in with the lower back. Keeping your gaze up toward the sky. Just kind of keeping the neck safe this morning. Just moving with your breath. A couple more times. Inhaling as the legs press away to the floor. And exhaling as you hug them in. Good. And on this next exhalation, let your left leg reach long. Let it soften toward the floor. And then hug the right knee into the chest. Maybe take a couple of ankle circles here. Good. Take a nice big breath here. And as you exhale, extend the left leg, extend the right leg, reach the left arm up and overhead. Good. And then we're gonna take the knee and hug it in again. Good. So right leg extends, left arm reaches up on the inhale, and on the exhale, just hug it in. Really simple. Simple for you. Not so simple to try to say it. Good. Let's take one more. And we'll end by extending on the inhale, reaching up, and then the left arm comes down and rest. Maybe take a moment to just notice the different sides of the body. Notice your energy. Good. When you're ready, hug the left knee into the chest. Maybe give that ankle a little twirl. Take a nice big breath in. And a nice long breath out. And as you're ready, extend the right arm and the left leg. There, got it right that time, on your inhale. And then exhale, hug it in. Good. Inhale, lengthen, get long. And exhale, hug it in. Feel free to bring your nose to your knee if you're ready for that already. I'm gonna stay right here. Let's take one more. Reach and inhale and exhale, hug it in. And then inhale, get long, reach overhead again, maybe take a little more of a stretch overhead, point the toes. Good. And then bring your feet to the floor, so heels coming up toward the hips, knees parallel. We're going to take some bridge poses, dynamic bridge poses. So when you're ready, if your arms and shoulders are feeling ready, we're just going to lift our arms up and overhead. Thumbs can reach toward the floor, palms can face one another. And as we do, we'll add our hips, lifting them to the sky. So when you're ready, inhale, lift up, arms reach, and exhale, lower down. Good. Keep moving with the breath. Slow it down if I'm moving faster than your breath wants to inspire you to move. So, good. We'll take about 4 of these, and then we'll land up in our bridge pose with our arms overhead, and then stay for 4 breaths. How about that? Starting to get a little energetic engagement in the legs. So breathe nice and slow. Fill up the belly. Think about filling up the front side of the body. And exhale without lowering down this time. Yeah. Maybe you lift a little higher for the last couple of breaths. Or maybe you're satisfied right where you are. And on your 4th breath, slowly lower everything down. And just take a moment to appreciate the earth. And when you're ready, Hug your knees into your chest. Maybe you want to take some circles. Why not? While we're here. Make sure you give your hips equal time, taking the circle in the opposite direction. Really good. Still warming up, so kind of go slow, you guys. And when you're ready, find some stillness. Arms come out to a T. You can leave your palms face up or face down, whichever serves you better. We're going to take a big breath in, and on the exhale, lower your knees to one side. Take your gaze in the opposite direction. Good. Let's take one breath here. One full round of breath, that is. Good. And on your exhale, just bring it back up to center. Take a nice big breath in. And on your exhale, take it to the other side. Move my battery pack. Good. I don't want to roll on it, so I'm not going to go all the way. You can turn your gaze in the other direction. Take a full round of breath. And when you're ready, back to center. Let's take one more each side. Keep it slow and smooth. Still checking in with the spine here. Still warming up. We'll take it to the other side whenever you're ready. Take your gaze in the opposite direction. Nice. Come back to center. Awesome. Hug the knees into the chest one more time. And if it serves you, we're going to rock and roll forward and back on the spine. Give ourselves a little massage. If this doesn't work for you, roll to one side and press yourself up to a seat. But if you like this, join me. Rock and roll a few times. I haven't done that in a while. It feels so good. And then come on up to a seat. Awesome. Take a moment in Sukhasana. Easy pose. Tuck your blanket underneath you. We will be here for a little bit, so good idea to elevate the hips a little bit, maybe move the hip flesh around. And then let your spine lengthen to its natural length. So think about that length from the tailbone on up to the crown. Take a nice deep breath here and see if you can draw your shoulders up, back, and down. Maybe take a couple of rolls. Notice anything you notice. I'm noticing some snap, crackles, and pops in my shoulders. Good. Good. And when you're ready, we'll just sit up nice and tall and enjoy the length in our spines. Take a big breath in, and on your exhale, we're going to round forward. Take the chin down toward the chest and the shoulders forward. Come into your Halloween cat shape, seated version. And then on your inhale, we'll come up to our cow pose, shining the heart, drawing the chest forward and the gaze up. Shoulder blades draw together. Good. Moving forward and back here with the breath, uniting breath to movement. Good. Let's take 4. 4 seems to be the number. I woke up in the middle of the night and checked my phone, and my husband must have woken up too. He said, "What time is it?" I said, 4:44. 444. How cool is that? So 4 is the number for today. When you're ready, lengthen your spine. We're going to inhale, reach up, and exhale, take a twist. Let's take a twist to the left, my right. Take your fingertips in front and behind just to prop yourself up, and take a nice big breath as you lengthen your spine. Let your exhale twist you to your still warming up edge. Yeah, we're still warming up. Take one more breath here, lift and lengthen, and exhale. Just notice how your neck is moving today. Don't push it. Just be gentle with yourself. Take one more breath and let your exhale unwind you. Come on up and we'll immediately go to the other side. So the left hand can come forward, right arm reaches back, propping you up. Let's take 3 breaths here. Just enjoying the length, enjoying the twist, thinking about twisting from the opposite rib cage. So that'll be your left. Good, nice big breath. And whenever that exhale comes, let it unwind you. Awesome, bring your feet together. Let's come into Baddha Konasana just for a moment. Maybe you can flap your butterfly wings, check in with your hips. Inhale to lift and lengthen, and exhale, just round forward, just ever so slightly. Find that chin tuck, and check in with the lower back here. Check in with the back of the neck. Let's take, well, we've probably already breathed a full round, so let's take 3 more. Not shooting for perfection, just do what you can. 3 or 4 breaths. Keep them slow. Still working to change that energy field by slowing down, deepening the breath. Good. Whenever your 4th inhalation and exhalation are complete, slowly rise up, take the outsides of your legs and just draw them on up. See if you can bring your heels as close to your body as possible and wrap one arm around your legs and then the other and give yourself a nice big hug. Let your spine lengthen and gaze up. And then slowly take your chin down to your chest. And we're going to come on to tabletop. I'm going to place my blanket under my knees. If you are not on carpet, I suggest it. Place your blanket under your knees. Just take care of those knees. Let the tops of the feet rest on the floor. Give it a little Sophie shake. If Sophie were here, she'd show you how, but she's sleeping over there. So spread your fingers nice and wide. Press the joints of all the fingers into the mat, especially if you're feeling, I don't know, there must be a barometric pressure change. I'm feeling my finger joints a little bit. So I'm really going to use those to bring blood flow. Use those to help my wrist out. And then let's take a few cat-cows here. 4. So inhaling into your cow pose, gazing up, tailbone lifts. Exhaling into your cat, drawing that belly into the spine. Let's get the spine all warmed up. Really good. And when you find yourself at your 4th-ish round of cat-cow, just come to stillness. And then maybe Sophie, shake it out. When you're ready, extend the left leg long, toes point toward the floor, reach the right arm forward, find a bird dog. See if you can challenge yourself to balance here. Yeah, and if you want a little more, you can take that right hand back for the left, reaching for the left foot. Open up that shoulder a little more, draw the foot up toward the sky, get a little stretch and extra stretch in the hamstring or in the quadricep. Good. When you're ready, if you haven't already, release that, lower the left knee down and the right hand down. Let's take it to the other side. You might want to tuck your left toe if that is helpful. Keep your gaze forward on the floor though, nice long neck. Toes tracking toward the floor, engaging that right leg. Yeah, feel a little wobbly. It's okay. We're pretty close to the floor still, so we're good. Maybe reach back if you want to take a hold of the right foot ankle with your left hand. Just be gentle, still warming up. When you're ready, release slowly. And then come back down, knee and hand. And then take your knees wide as your mat. Let's sink back into our first luscious child's pose, because how great is child's pose, right? Feel free to tuck something under your forehead or a blanket between your hips and your calves is always nice. Let's take 4 breaths here. Really let yourself settle into this child's pose here. Maybe reach your fingers a little bit longer, a little bit further. Good. Breathe in and breathe out. Nice and easy, slow and easy. And take your time. If you're really happy here, stay. But if you've reached about 4-ish breaths, bring your hands to the floor a little bit further forward from where they were. Tuck the toes. Get that nice stretch in the feet. You can start by just lifting your knees up just a couple of inches if you want to really start to bring some heat into the body. But whenever you're ready, begin a slow ascent up into your first downward dog. Yeah, and once you get there, rock and roll or bend one knee and then the other. Take the dog for a walk. Always the option to move a little more quickly into your forward fold if downward dog is not serving you today, but if it is, and you're really enjoying the length in the spine as you gaze back towards your knees, maybe you come up on your toes and then lower your heels, pressing them a little further toward the floor. Our hips reach a little higher. The length of the spine grows just a little bit, just a little bit. Again, pressing into all the joints of the fingers, finger pads. One more big breath. And then come up on the toes again, look forward. Let's take a walk to the front of the mat and meet one another in that forward fold. So perhaps you want to reach for your elbows, perhaps you want to bend your knees a little more generously at the beginning. Just protect the lower back. Always the option, if this makes you feel a little dizzy or lightheaded, to come up slowly. Come up into mountain pose. We will join you shortly. But if you're enjoying this head under heart and you're feeling that rosy glow coming on, shake your head yes. Shake your head no. And then when you're ready, we're going to root to rise and come up really slowly. Make it a whole inhale's length. Take your time. Breathe in as you reach up, fill up, maybe look up, and then exhale your hands down to your heart center. Yeah, just take a moment here in mountain pose. Allow everything to settle. Good. Breathe in. Feel the breath filling up as your your sternum presses into your thumbs. And then exhale. Let something go. Release the hands. Shake them out. Come into mountain pose. So let's really embrace this mountain. So lift and spread the toes. Press them into the floor using all the joints, pads of the toes to really help the feet support and ground us. Take a nice full breath. See if you can fill up a little more than you have yet today. And then exhale, just release the breath slowly. Good. When you're ready, inhale, sweep the arms up, look up. Exhale, bend your knees, forward fold. We're going to take 4 of these. So inhale, root to rise, reaching up, just getting long. And exhale, hinge at the waist, bend your knees, forward fold. It's easy. Easy sometimes. Reaching up and folding. When you get to that fourth one, join me back here in mountain pose. Take a moment to let your hands reach, fingers reaching toward the earth. Nice open, expansive chest, shoulders drawing down, all the things you know. Take a nice full breath in and a long breath out. Notice your energy. How has it shifted? Has it shifted? No judgment, just noticing. Good. When you're ready, here we go. Root to rise. Let's move a little more swiftly here. Reach up, look up. Exhale, take your forward fold. Inhale, let's lift up halfway, lengthening the spine, gazing down toward the floor. Maybe the knees are a little straighter here. And then exhale, forward fold again. Good. Inhale, root to rise, reach up. Let the hands form a little teepee, so the pointer fingers press into one another and the rest of the fingers are clasping. And then lean over to the right. Look left. What do you see? Inhale back up to center, and then we'll lean to the left and look right. Good. Inhale back up to center. Maybe you gaze up towards your little teepee and lean back ever so slightly. And then exhale, release your hands, take them back behind your back, clasp them, send your hands down a little bit. Nice shiny heart. Bend your knees as you forward fold here. Maybe the arms lift off the back body. Good. Let's take one more round of breath here. And then on the exhale, release. Take the hands to the floor. Always the option to have your blocks on the floor. And step back with your left leg. We're going to come into a long runner's lunge, and always the option, hopefully your blanket's close by, to lower your knee. If this is feeling good, rock forward and back. Nice shiny heart. Find stillness here. Lift up a little taller, maybe come up on your fingertips, and just look forward. Notice what's going on in your body. Maybe there's a little shaking, maybe there's a little wobbling. Just notice. Building strength, building calm. Keep that breath smooth. Nice. When you're ready, the left hand comes to the floor or blocks. I'll just slide my blocks out of the way. And then the right arm sweeps up for a twist toward the right. Nice breath in. And then as you breathe out, take your fingertips to your floor or blocks and think about that left leg reaching up, stepping up to meet the right, and then make it happen. Good. Find your forward fold, and then on your next inhalation, just root to rise, reach up. Good. Exhale as you take your hands back, clasp them the funky way. So the thumb that feels a little funky is on top this time. Just give your brain a little challenge here. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Maybe look up, maybe lean back just ever so slightly. Yeah, good. Counter that posture that we are so often in, that forward posture. And when you're ready, forward fold, bending your knees again, lifting the arms up off your back, if that feels good for you. Take a nice full breath and exhale, release. Hands come to the floor or your blocks. Step back with your right foot this time. Let's get into that runner's lunge. Come up to your fingertips or your blocks and shine. Yeah. Feel all the feels. Maybe rock forward and back here. Well, yeah, it's nice to have a block here on any length. You can place your hand on the lower. Maybe it comes up to the middle. Use your props. And then find stillness. We're going to place our hand on the inside of the left foot, sweep the left arm up, keeping that left knee over the left ankle. Take your twist. Nice. Awesome. Always the option here to flip that palm and take a little shoulder opener here if you want to place the back of the left hand on the sacrum. Good. Inhale and exhale. Lower the hand. Take your hands to frame the left foot. Just thinking about stepping the right leg to meet the left. And then, hey, join me. Let's bend into the knees and reach our peace fingers around our big toes. Wrap them around. And then take the elbows and draw them out. See if you can come into a little bit of a deeper forward fold. If forward folds are not working for you today, no worries. We'll be trying this in a different shape a little bit later, from a different vantage point. Good. Take one more big breath. And then let's root to rise, coming up slowly, using the strength of the legs, reaching up. And let the palms touch. And then draw them down right to the center of the body. Let them land at the heart. Take a nice moment. Take a nice moment for yourself. Notice your energy. Yep. You feel shifts? You feel changes? I think I'm starting to. Good. When you're ready, shake it out. Take your left foot a little more toward the left side of the mat. Just, not scientific about it, but just a little more. And then we're going to take a giant step back with the right foot. It'll be slightly at an angle. We're going to try to turn our torso toward the front. So you may have to really widen your stride, widen your feet a little bit more, and come into warrior one. So left knee over left ankle, arms reach up, keeping the shoulders down. Just find that warrior one. Yeah, warrior one. So it's a little tricky. It's that twist is from the rib cage, as we twisted earlier. Think about it. Kind of turning the waist toward the front. Take a nice big breath here, and as you exhale, we're going to pour over the left leg, and we'll take about 4 of these, so moving with your breath slowly. And you might have a little bit of a balance challenge here. Just notice what you notice. Try to keep that right foot on the floor, firmly planted. Inhaling to rise and exhaling to fold. Nice. Nice. When you get to that 4th one, let's stay. Always the option to use your blocks. Head under heart. Just feeling the sensations here. Nice. Take a nice big breath here, lift up just to about halfway. Gaze is on the floor. Nice. And then maybe you bring your hands to floor or block. Spin the right foot so it's facing forward. And just take a step forward to the front of the mat. Good. Let yourself hang in ragdoll or forward fold, maybe peace fingers around big toe, just for a breath or 2. Notice where you're holding tension if you are. Soften the face, soften the neck, brow. And when you're ready, root to rise, reach up. And let those hands come down. Come on down to the heart. And just pause. Noticing the heartbeat. Just letting it settle. When you're ready, shake that out. Bring the right foot more to the right side of the mat. Step the left foot back for your warrior one here. So flatten the foot. It's going to be at an angle, as we know, and turn the torso toward the front of your mat. You can reach your arms up. Kind of settle into your warrior one first and notice if you need to adjust your feet, maybe widen your stance just a little bit. Good. Take a nice big broad breath. Big breath. Broaden your chest. Shoulders draw down. And when you're ready to exhale, let's take those 4 folds over the right leg. Just slow. Good. Keep the left side of the left foot pressing into the earth as much as the right. Try. Good. Awesome. Whenever you reach your 4th-ish, just fold forward. Allow your chin to bow to your heart. Good. Take a full round of breath. Notice what you feel. And then inhale to your halfway lift. And think about stepping the left foot up to meet the right. And then we'll do it. Let's do it. Root to rise, reaching up one last time, coming into our fullest expression of mountain pose, drawing the hands down to the heart, and then releasing them. Good. Shake all that out. Let it go. Let's move on. Let's move on to a little balance. What do you think? So I think we've gotten our hips and our legs a little bit warmed up. Let's just warm up our feet a little bit. Maybe come up on your toes and lower them down a couple of times. Good. Awesome. When you're ready, inhale, root to rise. We're going to take a giant step out. Yep. Yeah, we are. And then arms extend out from the shoulders. And take the right arm over to the left side of the left foot. Lift the left arm up. Gaze up toward it if it's comfortable for your neck. Inhale, rise on up. We'll take it to the other side. Nice. And just a couple more each side, just still warming up. Preparing. Trying to keep those hips facing forward, a little bit square. Nice. And when you're ready, nice. Take the hands to heart center. Heels come in first, then toes, then heels, then toes. Nice. And about hip width, we stand. Here we are. Let's come into mountain first and just feel the connection of your feet on the mat. Feel your toes, your heels. Notice the arch of your foot and the top of your foot. Maybe you feel that energy field around your feet. Just noticing brings us right into the present moment. So let's stay really present, because when we challenge our balance, we want to stay present. So feeling those feet, bring your weight into your left foot. Find something in front of you that is not moving. You might want to have a little itty bitty bend in the left knee. And then let's come into tree pose. Externally rotate this right leg so the right heel comes into the left ankle. Or perhaps you want to reach down and take the right foot into the inner thigh of the left leg. And then we exert that equal amount of pressure-ish from foot to leg, right? If you wish, grow your branches. Yeah. If you wish, let go. Release some leaves. that we're ready to be released. And then slowly come back down. Awesome. You can circle out ankles, circle out hips. Figure out what you need to do to prepare for the other side so you feel somewhat steady. Let's come into mountain again. Bring your awareness to your feet. Allow yourself to settle. Take a nice breath, fill up, and release. And then bring the weight into the right foot. Find your drishti, your gazing point. Externally rotate the left. And choose your tree pose. So heel to ankle or somewhere above the knee. Always mindful of keeping the knees safe. Take your time, smooth breath. Reaching up, growing. Maybe dropping some leaves. Hands come back to heart center. And then slowly release. Yeah. How'd that go? Always the option in tree pose to use a wall or a chair. Use your props. Use what you need. So we're going to come down to our mat now. Yes, you're welcome. Bring your feet wide, your toes facing out. We're going to come through a squat unless it doesn't work for you. Come down any way that works for you if squat does not work. I just wanted a little more hip opener for us today. So let's bring our inner arms into our outer arms. Outer arms, our triceps into our legs, pressing equally into the legs with the arms. Excellent. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, hands come to the floor. We're going to come lengthwise on our mat. So legs extend, sitting up, nice and tall. So we have a nice length in our spine. Reach the arms up. And as promised, if you weren't digging those forward folds, we're going to come into a forward fold here. So we can reach the peace fingers for the big toes. Take a nice breath and shine the heart. Lengthen out the spine again. And on your exhale, notice how it feels to bring the nose toward the knee here, knees. Good. And maybe lengthen out a couple more times with your breath, just inhaling to lengthen and exhaling to fold, just until you find that sweet spot where you feel that you can stay, where you're getting the stretch in the hamstrings, but it's not too much. It's an edge. There's an edge here. Get a little edgy, and then reacquaint yourself with your breath. And let's stay for 4. Why not? Chin bows to the chest. Nice soft face. Relaxed neck. Really good. When you're ready, slowly rise up. Just come up slowly. Make sure you're on your mat in a fairly, so your glutes are somewhere in the middle of the mat, so that when we eventually do come down, we're going to be somewhere so our head lands on the mat. We're just going to lift up into boat pose, because we can. So lifting the legs, you can straighten them if your abs are feeling super strong. Keep fingertips on the backs of the legs to hold you up, or just go for it. Go for it. Enjoy. We're going to be here for about 4 breaths. Notice how it feels to breathe in this challenging position. Keep the belly drawn into the spine. I got to stop talking because I'm shaking so much. Good. Enjoy. Try to enjoy. I'm talking to myself. Good. I'm going to say we have 1 more breath. And then see how slowly you can lower down, straightening the legs, keeping the belly pulled in. Ah, yeah. Okay. How was that? That was good. Good and challenging. Awesome. Let's hug the knees into the chest again because we can, because it feels so good. Really good. We're going to take a block, hopefully it's close by, on the lower level and place it right under the sacrum. And then take your hands to the floor. Lift your legs up. Let's take a supported shoulder stand. So this is one where I want you to just let it go here. Just let your eyes close. Let your shoulders snuggle underneath you. And let the legs up be super restorative for you. And if it's not, you can come into a supported bridge by lowering your feet to the floor. But if you're feeling okay, just notice the energetic shift as your blood flow releases from going in the other direction. So good for us. Let's take 4 breaths here, 4 more, wherever we were. Awesome. Nice soft neck, nice relaxed jaw. You can do it. Bring your awareness back to your breath if that helps you stay. And when you're ready, just begin to slowly bend and take the legs to the floor, the feet to the floor, sorry. Lift up your hips, remove the block, place it to one side, and extend your legs long. And take some ankle circles. Yeah. Reach your head, arms, reach your head overhead. I don't know how we would do that. Reach your arms overhead. Good. Nice big breath. And then kind of where we started, hug the right knee in. We're going to take it across the body. And just noticing where that right leg lands. Maybe the right arm opens up. Maybe the gaze opens toward that direction. Notice see if you can compare to where we were, where we started. We've come so far. And take a nice breath. Let it go. And a slow roll back to your back when you feel ready. Extend the right leg. Hug the left knee in. And keep the right leg long. And just take that twist to the other side. Left knee comes to the floor. Maybe it lands on your block or your blanket. Maybe it's supported by the right hand. Maybe your gaze turns toward the left. Just breathe here. Really nice. When you're ready, slowly roll back to your back. Maybe one last hug of the knees into the chest. Maybe happy baby is in your future. Maybe you want to reach to the outsides of your ankles and enjoy a happy baby rocking and rolling, straightening the legs. Find whatever feels right for you and stay there as long as you like. And then eventually, knowing you will make your way to your Shavasana. And then once that happens, you know what to do. Make yourself super comfy. Give yourself all the comforts of support. So allowing your blanket to cover you up or rest under your knees or your neck. And just let your legs and arms rest wherever they're comfortable for you. And let those eyes be softly closed. Allow the tongue to drop down from the roof of the mouth, just a really soft jaw. And let the earth beneath you support you. Imagine it's just rising up to meet you. You have nothing left to do. The breath flows in and out, just a natural receiving and letting go. The Sufi poet Rumi writes, "Out beyond ideas of wrongdoing and right doing, there is a field. I'll meet you there. When the soul lies down in that grass, the world is too full to talk about." So if your energy field is really happy right where it is, stay. Ignore everything I'm about to say. But if you're ready to roll to one side and just pause there, giving yourself time to transition slowly from your practice. You can make a little pillow with your arms. Whenever you're ready, use the strength of your arms to press yourself up to a comfortable seat, finding that natural length of your spine, letting the shoulders drop down away from the ears, and just letting the eyes close. And sitting here in easy pose, notice how you feel here. Notice any contrast to before. Take a nice breath and notice how your breath feels in your body. Notice how your exhalation feels, how it affects your body. Take a moment to check into your field, your energy field. The yogis acknowledge that there are several layers of energy around us. And I think there's some science to that. Haven't studied it, don't know about it, but maybe you do. When you're ready, take your arms up, reach up for all the good energy. Take your palms together above your head, draw them right down to your sweetheart. Give yourself a moment to bow to yourself, thanking yourself for showing up to your mat today, for working on your good energy. And thank you all so much for practicing, for letting me stand in for Mary today. Until next time, namaste. You do down dog? Can you show us your down dog? Where's your down dog? Where's your down dog? Oh, she just wants to give me a bath. Oh, there it is. There's a little Sophie shake.